What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Confucius. Yeah, black guy, Chinese name. I was in the locker room. Me and my boy got to talking about marriage. You know, he felt that he was moving in a different direction than the person he was with. And he wanted to go somewhere else, you know. The whole grass is greener on the other side thing. You know, it's none of my business, but he chose to share this with me. So I just was real with him. I'm like, hey, is she doing something wrong? I mean, is she cheating on you? I mean, what's going on? Is she worse than when y'all was together? He said, no, she's just not progressing with him. And see, I didn't understand that. You know, I didn't understand that. I'm like, whoa, ain't this the person you said I do to? You know, just, you know, how you just up and jump ship. And when there's no regression, there's nothing wrong. So I just, you know, told him my honest opinion. I just said, hey, you know, if you feel you need to go, then you make your decision. But marriage is simple. Honor the contract. Yeah, that's what marriage is. It's a contract. See, when you meet someone and you fall in love with that person in that point in time, and you want to marry that person, and you think they're going to be more than what they are, then at that point, when you are marrying that person, then wait till that person becomes what you want. Because when you say I do, you're marrying that person for what he or she is now at that moment. It can never be for what that person might become, because that's a gamble. And no one can predict the future. So if you want a divorce, make sure it's because that person regressed and not because that person stayed the same. And if you leaving because you grew and they didn't, how selfish is that? Check yourself before you check out of a marriage. I'm going to say it again. Check yourself before you check out of a marriage. Don't forget, when you said I do, it was for who that person was at that point in time. You get me? So when you want to say I don't, because you changed and they didn't, revert back to the contract. Let me help you. For better or for worse, sickness and in health. And another important thing, till death do us part. So before you say I do, really get to know that person. Key word is regress. If that person regresses, then it's a different story. But if you progress and then they just at the same point, don't forget, you married this person for what they were. Now that you changing, you want them to change? That's not how life works. That's how I know. Honor the contract. Yeah, I think we got a lot of that now, man, when people just don't honor the contract. You know what I mean? You fall in love for 5 minutes, then look, wait till that person become what you think that person needs to become before you just marry that person. Because you playing with them. You playing with their feelings. I mean, they marrying you for what you are in that point in time. In that segment of time, they marrying you for what you are. So just because you feel that you're progressing and they are not, then why give your word? Why give your vows? Honor the contract. That's all I'm saying. But to each his own. Peace.